It is the halfway point of pool play in Season 2 of the Rugby World Cup, and these two sides, Italy and France, will have a chance to decide who will come out the better side of a logjam we have coming out of Pool A. Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornf1akes Crib, your home of Rugby Challenge 2 and the Rugby World Cup for Season 2, as we follow the fortunes of the French side here in this second Rugby World Cup. Of course, Ireland, the current holders, and we haven't seen anything from them so far as they are in another pool, but for now it is concentration fully on Pool 1 with Italy up against France here for this match. Now the Italians are fully in this big mix-up here in the middle of this jumbled pool, and they have a chance here. If they can come up with a good result against the French, they could be one of the sides to qualify out of this group. Now, if you recall back in round one, it was the USA who upset the French. Italy would have watched that tape a million times over to just see what they did so well and to see how they got that victory. Another famous one like that for the Italians, like the Americans, and it could be great things for this Italian side in this World Cup. As for France, well, they bounced back very well against its first match up against the USA, where they crumbled all over the floor in an absolute heap. They bounced back nicely, thumping, well, an English side that definitely underestimated the power of this France team. They thrashed the English, and now they'll look to their round 3 match against Italy to assert some dominance on this pool. The Americans are out front by themselves. They have a lead of 8 points over the second and third place sides. There's 4 teams currently on 5 and 6 points in the pool, keeping this group wide open, as to, up to this point anyway, as to who will move through to the next round. Some changes in the team, with Doolan coming back into fullback, returning from his small injury that's seen him miss the English match. Andre keeps his spot out on the right wing, as he was very impressive in the match against England. Other than that, unchanged, and France need to keep their best team out there on the field while they still struggle to keep their spot open for the quarterfinals. We're of course set to go here. France playing in the blue and white, their away strip. Both teams playing in different shades of blue in their regular home kits. It is Italy who keep their nice sky blue colour for this matchup. We look set to go round 3. It is France versus Italy. And we are good to go with Tallies kicking us off. Onto the boot it goes, right hand side and up. It's beautifully taken, and Italy get the first ball in Cittadini.
Release.
The big tight head prop goes trushing into the tackle. As wide they come, Bergamasco, massive pass wide. Good ball from Campagnaro. He finds the man out there. Oh, big tackle on him. And Esposito goes crashing into touch. Good covering tackle though from the French. Good signs early on from them in the defensive department. Here's Suzuki, a key man in this forward pack, and a hooker. Machino goes right for Tallies. Good pass. Oh, and Fofana tries to drive through. A good tackle though from Allen. Sits him down. There's a slow ball coming back for Machino. He looks for a little run himself. He splits the defence. Finds support out from Maestri. Maestri gives to Huge. Huge looks to come in field, but a good tackle from his opposite number. And it's Esposito doing another good piece of play. Defence for Italy is paramount at the moment. It's Tallies. Oh, he slips through. It goes round Presse, and he'll score the opening try for France, who hit the lead. Great work from the fly half. Tallies opens his account, and what a try to start us off here. Attacking intent there from the French. Look at this run from him. It's a pass from Bastow, and oh, through he goes, straight past Parisse. And it was a desperate chase from Campagnaro. We see him there, but he couldn't stop him. Tallies gets over, try number 1, and the French hit the lead. Good start for them. The fly half getting the job done, a beautiful finish to boot. Well, that's just what France needed here. They needed to start some points, and they needed to stay ahead of this game, because it can quickly get out of control. They'll know that. They would have watched a replay of that USA match a million times over, as Machino's conversion is successful. And France have a 7-0 lead again over another Six Nations rival, it is Italy, who trail them by 7. McLean will do the kicking off for the Italians. And away we go. Back underway. There on 12 minutes gone. And up goes the ball for Hamahina. Finds Pickamoles and Thalys. Looks for a little run again. This time finds Rejago. Good run from the flanker. He finds Andre on the outside. Andre's going to look to the skies. Gets the kick away. It's high. In the 22. Here comes Fofana. Oh, try number 2. Not even quarter of an hour on the clock. Fofana, watch this run for the ball. Like most of you, I imagine I was watching Andre as he put up this bomb, and boy, he's quick. He is super fast. Watch, you can't really see. Not the best angle for a replay, but Fofana really come from a wide angle to that ball. He come from centre field, and he come charging across on a huge angle. And he just hit that ball at speed, at pace, and just a different way to where the defence was expecting. He plucked it up, and what a start from France. Italy would have really been keen on this match. They would have been high on confidence. And after watching the French fail in match 1, they would have been thinking that all things are possible. As Machino makes a conversion, it's 14-0. France are taking a heavy lead here against the Italians very early on. 16 minutes, not even on the clock. There we go, tick over 16, and we're up 2 tries to love. And it is McLean kicking off once again. He goes short, good take this time. Beautifully done. Silzewski comes up with it as advantage to France. What happened there? Tibaldi seemed to pick that up for Italy, but he lost it as Dusatois goes away. Fofana finding, big shot on Huget. And up go Italy. They've not managed to get the ball. A big tackle though. Esposito is playing very well. Now another big one. That is Parise, the captain, with a high shot against a little scrum half, Marchino. Well, you'd expect better from a player like Sergio Parise. Of course, he is a fan favourite almost of the channel here. Well, you long-time subscribers, long-time watchers, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about with our good friend Sergio making a return here on the channel as we've got a line out to France. Silzewski to the front, and Machino goes wide for Fofana, first receiver. Slips, intercept! What a play! Cabagnaro finds the support, and what a turnaround here from Italy. They hit the ruck hard. There's a bit of a run off the back here from Bartomoli. And he's hit heavily. France look to turn it over in the ruck, and they will get it back. Hamahina goes to bust through in middle he goes, looking to bust straight through the defence. He comes up against McLean, who puts in a very nice tackle. Here's Machino again. Fofana, the defence is struggling to get back for Italy. Wedrago, numbers out here, to the left, Silzewski, Thalys, what a dreadful pass. An absolute horror from Thalys. It was an easy run-in for Huget, and he has been robbed by an abysmal pass. Gildini will throw in. He goes to the back, and it's nicely taken from Bergamasco, and it'll be thumped downfield. Doolan back from injury. First match return. He is hammered as well. First match back from that little injury he picked up in match 1, and he has been smashed to the ground. They look to the right. Fofana. Machino's out there. And now he's hammered as well. Goodness me, Italy stepping it up here. Silzewski looks back for Thalys, who's going to put this on his boot. He thumps it straight down the centre of the field. McLean waits for it. Dusatois gives a good chase. Brilliant chase from the captain. Italy carry on their attack here as they find it through Gildini, finding support here for Bergamasco. Involved in a couple of those phases there. The open side flanker. As France get it straight back now. Pickamoles, a rear run for him. And he's held up, a good tackle. Thalys, good play for Fofana. He slips through in a desperate tackle from Tabori, takes him down. Here's Marchino again. Big pass to the left. Busted out. Now he finds Huget. Huget's up against McLean. Goes for the grubber kick. This is not a bad chance. Oh, he's just gone on it too early. Sazurski's quick to the ball. Delivers straight to Marchino. And there we go with try number 3. A dominant first half from France, and they cap it off with a try right on the buzzer. Well, Huget probably could have got there himself. Went for ball security, and it wasn't a bad play. Italy have struggled to get players back in defence after a French line break, and that one wasn't any different. 2-12, first man to the ball, no surprise there at all. And then Sazurski, experience from the hooker to go straight in for the ball, release it as quick as possible, and get it out to his backs who were just screaming for the chance. There was no line at all in defence. And in the end, it was an easy little trot over for this man, Marchino, who will send the teams to the sheds for half-time with his conversion, which is good. His third successful kick of the night. And it is France leading Italy here at half-time. Round 3 of the Rugby World Cup. It's 21-0. The French resurgent. Back from that round 1 loss. They look the goods at the moment. Well, here we go, half-time, and look at France. Look at their possession. 86%. That is a massive amount. Territory 63-37. Still very dominant display from France. Only one handling error. That will be very pleasing for them. 3 from the Italians with only 14% of the ball. That is disastrous, but 86%. And only one mistake from France. That is classy. That is world class. Is this the turnaround point for France? We know we've seen their low points. Can it only get better from here for them? They've destroyed England. They're in the process of absolutely blitzing the Italians. Or can we see a comeback in the second half? Italy with nothing to lose. It's all to play for. World Cup pride at stake here. France looking like they will become a real contender now if they can secure this win in the second 40 minutes. Let's get back down for kickoff. It's about to get underway. France leading 21-0 at halftime, round 3 of the Rugby World Cup. So it's all to be done here for the Italians. France will be the comfortable ones as McLean gets us back underway. A good kick, very high. Oh, very good kick, but it's picked up from Mass, and he does a very good job of securing the ball, only to lose it out in the ruck. Now the Italians need points. They need them fast. They go straight to the back lines and Scarby. Oh, good ball. Now it's Parise. Numbers out here on the left. They decide to go back inside. Tabori. He's all by himself, and it's 2-3, who eventually takes the scrum half to ground. Geraldini waits for it. He goes back to Allen, who delivers a bullet pass out wide. Huget makes a great tackle on Esposito. Now it's Evil Scarby again. He's kicked over the top. Italy! Oh, dreadfully close. But it's ended up going dead by just a whisker. Well, that could have been interesting. But they managed to survive here, France. Italy really coming out of the sheds firing. Here's McLean. Kicking long, and back will go a couple of French players. Oh, that's a horrible ball. Tully's picks it up and gets hammered. A great tackle from Zani. Now look at Italy. They're all over this. Tabori looks to the left. There's numbers all over this game at the moment. It's there for Sato. Oh, he's just caught short. What absolute stunning defense from France. Was that Domingo? That was one of the props. Oh, what an absolute display from France. They were stretched and they made it count. Italy passed too early and it cost them in the end. They've thrown away a chance to score their try. Here's Geraldini, will throw in. He goes to the front and Gillen Hughes goes straight down. The bomb goes up. It's there for Allen. And he comes down with it beautifully and it's been still stopped. What a tackle there! Zani was so close. Allen has been hammered. High tackle will stop play right there. Wow, this French side is just, absolutely devastating on defence. McLean is going to kick for touch. It is just in the field of play. Just about looked like it had gone over the dead ball line. Now France have Italy have a line out, 5 in from the French line. 58 minutes gone on the clock. They go to the front, nicely taken from Gilden Hughes again. They look to the right, there's a chance for Kiminaro. A good tackle from his opposite number. Now they run it. It's going out wide. Esposito once again. Marchano takes him into touch. Brilliant work from the scrum half. Esposito has been absolutely hammered by all defenders. Sazurski goes to Vahamahina. And Marchano goes straight back for Huge, who's had a horrid kick. He has bumped that straight into touch. And France remain on the defence. Oh wow, that was a really bad kick from Huge. So Geraldini will throw in again, and it's stolen. Now Huge gets it back, and he decides to run it up this time. And it's not a bad hit up either. As Marchano goes back to Talles, who will try and get a better kick away this time. And it's a good one. Oh, McLean just saves it. Now he looks for support from Tibaldi. That's a good play. Beautiful pass. He finds Gilden Hughes, who goes into the 22. Here's Tibaldi again. He finds Allen. Oh, he's just about away. Parise goes back in field. Bergamasco, great pass. And a try for Zani. Well, surely it had to come. They had been hammering away at the line ever since they returned from the halftime break. But it was this beautifully delivered pass. There was Allen. Parise did well, but it was this one here. 7-6. The flankers combining beautifully. Bergamasco finding Zani, and it's see you later. First try to Italy, who are finding their way right back in this game. What a beautiful line. Short inside ball, and a spectacular finish to boot. So it'll be Tommy Allen to take the conversion. Vital he gets these kicks over. Time is ticking. And he nails it. An easy finish for him right out in front. It's 21-7. Italy are back in this game. But once again, they still need to score next. France will have to keep their composure here. It'll be very easy for them to get a bit flustered. Talles will kick off, and yes, unsurprisingly, he goes deep down into Italian territory. Tibaldi does brilliantly, and it's turned over from Fofana. But their line is very good at the moment. Ouedraogo goes to Bastardo. Oh, see you later. How about that from Bastardo? Try for France, and that will sum up the game for the French. Wow, wow, wow. What a step. What a little jink. What a bit of pace from Bastardo, who gets another try. Fofana fed the ball. There's Ouedraogo. There was. Oh, beautiful stuff. Esposito, have to feel sorry for him. He has played very well, but just has been dealt with too easily from the French. And look at this. Not many can defend that. Looked like he was going to go wide. Looked like he was going to look for Huge. But the little step off the left foot, jinked them back, straightened up, and bulleted it for the corner. Not a bad effort from Bastardo. Haven't seen the best from him yet either. Here's Marchano. The conversion attempt starts it to the right. He's messed up his wind there completely. And the ball goes wide, but it should not matter here. It's 26-7 France. Well, they've been under the pump for most of the second half, but they've replied. They've held out valiantly in defence and then hit back instantly on the scoreboard. McLean will resume the match, and he goes high, deep down into French territory, again unsurprisingly. Dusatois runs sideways, looks for support, finds Maestri, here's Bastardo, good ball, finds Ouedraogo. Now, can he find some support? Oh, beautiful pass to Hergé. And it is good night. Goodbye. See you later, Italy. Hergé is in, and a well-deserved try from the left winger. He's been very good tonight, has Hergé. If not unlucky, but that was delivered on a silver platter. We won't go back far enough to see the pass and the play from Ouedraogo, but it was something very, very special. And France, well, they absorbed for so long. This is almost a release. All that pressure they built up, the Italians, they got their try, they looked back in the game, and then France have just exploded back into the action. And an extra couple of tries at the death. If it had gone the other way, it would be a very, very tight ball game. As it is, a couple of minutes remaining, and it is all the French at the moment. As the buzzer goes, albeit a bit early, the match as a contest is all over. And France will take another victory in this World Cup, 33 points to 7. Machino with the conversion to finish things off. And a very good display from France. They've taken out the banana skin of Italy. They've already slipped once, have the French. And they've made sure that they will not do it again. A full-strength team giving a full-strength performance against their Six Nations rivals Italy and delivering a killer punch, 5 tries to 1 to give themselves another bonus point win. 5 in the bank for France, and they look right up there with the best teams now. A little hiccup to start, but that is the best time to get those hiccups out of the way. 33 to 7. As for Italy, well, disappointing display. They looked so good out of the sheds at halftime. They really come out firing, but it was just such strong defense from France. Boy, oh boy, it was something special. They spread well, they scrambled well, and their tackles on the goal line was something out of this world. 33 to 7. As for Italy, let's check out their scorers. Zani with the try and Allen with the conversion. That's all they managed, and it took them about 20-25 minutes of the second half of just constant peppering the door down of France's line. In the end, they got the try, but the backlash was very brutal. Only about 15 minutes were left after that Zani try, and from that, France scored a couple of their own. In the end, there were tries for Machino, Thalys, Hergé, Fofana and Bastereau. And Machino did very well for the boot as well, getting 4 from 5 along with his try. A good night for the little scrum half. The full-time stats, well, France did relinquish a bit of their possessional stakes by the end of the match, but really still just under 70%. That is enough to win nearly any match. Italy, yeah, they had 20 minutes they can be proud of, but the other 60 were far, far from acceptable. One thing that'll please both these sides is a handling errors, 3-2. France just making 2 mistakes, showing they are really at the top of their game right now. 6 line breaks to 3, 5 tries from 6 line breaks. How good is that from France? That is, well, that is just about perfect, isn't it? You could not ask for much more than that. So France round out the winners here in round 3, 33 to 7 over Italy. Let's see what the table looks like now. Another 5 points for France. And see who they have for round 4. Just a couple of matches remaining here in the pool stage. So it is France who kick off round 4 of the World Cup as well, which is quite fitting really, because it makes us have a nice even footing at the end of each round before we have a look at who is next. So let's check out the results from round 3, and we can go through them now. Only ones of real interest here are from Group A or Pool A, Group 1, whatever you want to call it. And USA getting the win over Russia, so that puts them nicely at the top of the table before France with their massive win, 33 to 7 over Italy. The other match from our pool has seen England thrash Romania 52 to 13. Other winners from the round: Uruguay, Ireland, and New Zealand with a huge win. Samoa, Japan, South Africa, Wales, Fiji, and Australia rounding out the winners from round 3. So let's check out the standings here as we sit with 3 rounds completed for every single side. It is USA, top of the Pool 1 with 14 points, 3 from 3, but their 2 remaining matches are against England for sure, and I think Italy is their other match. So it is 2 of the tougher sides. They've beaten the lower place teams, whereas you look at France, have to still only play Romania and Russia. So there will be a big chance for some squad players to get some game time over the next 2 matches. Pool 2, surprisingly, has Uruguay sitting in second spot. The All Blacks occupy the top spot, and defending champions Ireland struggling in third if they can make their way out of the pool. In Pool 3, it is South Africa leading the way, Argentina sitting second, Japan right up behind them in 10 points, just 1 point adrift from Argentina. And in Pool 4, Fiji lead the way. Wales are equal on points, slightly down on points differential, but look at who is third. It is Australia, struggling away, 3 points adrift, the top 2 sides. Scotland, well, decent side here, but they look like they're out of it already. And that is the wrap-up of the pools. Next up for France, it is Russia. So this is a huge opportunity really for them to rest a few players, to bring on some fresh legs, some bench players, experience, build the squad against the Russians. But still, do not forget, it is a very important match, as the top 2 spots are still no way secure for either of these 2 teams. Of course, England sit third, might still be good enough, but you can never count out what could happen with the Italians down in 4th. But that is me for today. France getting the big win over Italy and seeing them nicely in second spot now and looking a lot more healthy than they were a couple of matches ago in their pool. So thank you all for watching. Hope you're enjoying this World Cup, and I'll see you all next time for round 4 of pool play with France versus Russia. Until then, take care.